What's up, guys? Hockey1940 here. We are back with another episode of our NHL 15 BGM mode with the New York Islanders. And in the last episode, we simulated round 1 against the Columbus Blue Jackets. And it took 7 games, but we finally beat them. We went up 1-0 in the series. They tied it up. Then we went up 3-1. I stated that I didn't think there was any way they were going to be able to come back. And what did they do? They won 2 straight games, forced it to Game 7, and we won 1-0. But we only scored 1 goal. We only scored 2 goals in our last 3 games played. So that's not good. But I think going into this series against the Pittsburgh Penguins, which is what we're going to simulate in this episode, I think I'm going to keep the lines the same with Tyler Toffoli and Johnny Gaudreau on the wings for the first line, and then Barkov, Simmons, and Strome on the second line. I think that's how I'm going to do it to start at least, and then if we're not doing so good, then we'll switch it. As far as defense, I think I'll keep it this way. I don't think I want two-way defensemen and then the two. I mean, I don't know. Actually, you know what? We'll try this. We'll try the 2 highest overalls on the top line. Yeah, we'll go like this. And then we'll try the 2 offensive defensemen in the second line. Yeah, we'll try that. We'll keep the power play and stuff the same. Alright, so let's try these lines, and then we'll check out the Penguins lines. I can assume that Crosby, Malkin, Letang, Fleury, all those guys are still going to be there. But I'm not worried. We've played them twice in the last 3 years, and last year we beat them pretty convincingly, so I am not worried. So let's check out their team, see what they look like. Right over here. And there they are. Okay, so first line, Nick Spaulding, Sidney Crosby, and Patrick Hornqvist. Okay, so Nick Spaulding, 84 overall. He's more of a second or third liner, at best a second liner. Sidney Crosby, of course, 96 overall. I mean, unbelievable. And then Patrick Hornqvist, 85 sniper. Now, that's not the greatest. You know, it's only 85, but alongside of Crosby, he can still put up numbers. Second line, Chris Kunitz, Evgeny Malkin, and Bo Bennett. So Chris Kunitz has actually fallen off a little bit. Looks like he's getting a little bit older. He's only 83 overall now. Evgeny Malkin, 93, and Bo Bennett, 84. So again, that combination of Malkin and Bennett might get something done. Third line, you got Furland, Sutter, and Steve Downey. Sutter's a perfect third liner. Furland, I guess he's a good second liner, maybe more of a fourth liner. Downey is definitely a fourth liner. And then the third line, you got Klingberg, Blake Como, and Kasperi Kapanen, I think it is. Kapanen is a sniper on the fourth line and only 77 overall, so not sure of how good that is. Como is a pretty good fourth liner, not sure about his face-off category, though. And then Klingberg is only 76, so they have the 2 studs in Crosby and Malkin, but they don't have the greatest depth. Really, pretty much their center position is very well filled out, but then their wings, they're really struggling. And defensively, wow. Look at this defensive core. Olli Mata, 87 overall. Chris Letang, 88 overall. So they have 2 top 2-way defensemen. But remember, we have 2 2-way defensemen as well on the top line, and they're both 89s. So we have them covered there. Second line, Pouliot, 86 offensive defenseman. We have that in Ekman Larson. And then Matt Carl, 85 2-way defenseman. We have that in Griffin Reinhart. Then third line, Christian Ehrhoff, 83 offensive defenseman. We have Kapitanov, who's an 84 offensive defenseman. Then they have Paul Martin, 82 defensive defenseman. And then who do we have? We have Hamonic, 83 defensive defenseman. So overall-wise, we have the same. We have a better defensive core than they do overall, but they do have a very nice defensive core with guys like Mata and Pouliot, who got a lot better, and then Matt Carl filling in on that second line. And then, wrong buttons. In the net, yes, Marc-Andre Fleury, 89, and then Lotz, 85. So, a very good team there in Pittsburgh, but we've beaten them in the past. You know, year 1 we lost, but we didn't have the greatest roster, didn't have the greatest defensive core. This year, we have a great team. And actually, I think, hold on, let me check this. Roster moves, because I think, hold on, defense, yes we do. We have to remember that we still have Boychuk, Dahan and Hamonic, or Boychuk and Dahan. They're the villains, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we still have Dahan and Boychuk that can step in if we need them. You know, if we're losing some games, we can bring up a guy like Boychuk who has the experience. He has 2 years left. Yeah, he's a guy who we want to trade this year at the draft if we can. But Boychuk, maybe give him one last shot at the playoffs if we're not doing so well. But we'll see if we need those guys. Hopefully we won't need them. But if we do, wouldn't be a bad idea. You know, a guy like Johnny Boychuk, he's won the Stanley Cup before. And, you know, he'd love to retire with another one here in New York. Alright. Alright, so let's jump into this. Game 1 against the Pittsburgh Penguins. It's in the Consol Energy Center. So let's see what we can do on the road. Alright, first period. There we go. Alright, Tyler Toffoli, the newest first liner. He's getting it done. Second period. Ooh, no goals. Alright. Alright, third period. This is huge. Come on. Can we keep them off the board? Yes, we can. A 1-0 shutout in Game 1. Perfect. So, our team, the biggest thing with our team has always been, you know, first in the league for goals for, not so great for goals against. You know, we score a lot of goals, but we give a lot up. Now, we don't score a lot of goals, but we don't give up any either. You know, our last 2 games, we've outscored our opponents 2-0. So, you know, 1-0 in each game. So, we're doing pretty well as far as defense. I mean, we've only given up. Well, this game we gave up 3, but you know, 3 out of our last 4 games, you know, were 1. You know, these 2 games were shutouts. This game we only gave up 1 goal. This game we only gave up 1 goal. You know, there was only that game, but defensively we're playing very well, which isn't surprising. You know, we've got some good defensive forwards, great defensive core, and then of course John Gibson. So this is what I've wanted out of our team for years now. All right, so Game 2 against the Pittsburgh Penguins. This is where we can really take a stranglehold going back home. If we can take a 2-0 lead here. First period. Ooh, 1-1. Alright, so Chris Kunitz gets their first goal of the series, but then John Tavares, our captain, steps up with 46 seconds left. Look where the 2 goals were scored from, though, all the way in the corners. Alright, second period. Ooh, alright, they came to play. Yeah, they're superstars, Malkin and Crosby. They came to play, but it's not over yet. Time 6 simulation. Come on, can we get back into this? We need a quick one, though. We need one before the 10-minute mark. We didn't get one before the 10-minute mark. I'll just quick sim it. No, nothing. Alright, so again, we only scored 1 goal, but we allowed 3, so, you know, normally giving up 3 goals, you're definitely not out of the game, but we only scored 1 goal again, so that really hurt us. Yeah, man, we're just not scoring goals. I don't know what it is about our team. We have, what, 4 snipers? Or no, 3 snipers in the top 6, 3 on the top line, you know, and then 2 playmakers and a two-way forward, so I don't know why we're not scoring goals. I gotta make a line change. We're just not scoring goals, and it's been like this for 5 or 6 games now. Why did I go to GM? Coaching options. All I can do is just keep switching the top 6. You know what? Oh, I don't know if I want to do this. Actually, yeah, you know what? Actually, did that get better? I think it did. I'm gonna put Barkov in the middle. I'm gonna move Gaudreau down. I'm going to put Ryan Strome on the first line with John Tavares. For years now, Strome has been behind Tavares. Now he's getting the chance to play alongside him. And then the second line, Gaudreau, Barkov, and Simmons. Who knows? This could be our new lines going forward. And actually, what are Strome's face-offs? Strome is actually 70. So yeah, face-offs do actually get better in this game. I think it was either NHL 13 or 14 where face-offs never got better. But Barkov, I remember his face-offs were like 65. That's why I always put him on the wing. But his face-offs actually got better, so these might actually be our new lines from now on. I know these 2 guys are both right-handed, but you know, I'm not sure how much that matters to the simulation. But yeah, I'll go with it like that. And actually, I'll switch it for the power play as well, because we haven't scored a power play goal in forever. So I'll move Barkov to the middle, and then switch Strome with Gaudreau. There we go. Alright, so hopefully we can start to score goals. We've always been a great goal-scoring team, but now we just can't do it. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe See, I don't want to do that. I don't want to move Ekman Larsson and Kapitanov to the top offensive line, or the top defensive line, because, you know, we've been doing great defensively, so I don't want to touch the defense, even though Ekman Larsson and Kapitanov together on the first line might be able to get us points, but the second line, they should still be able to get something done. Alright, game 3. We're at the Coliseum now. Even though by this point they won't have the Coliseum anymore. But we'll just call it the Coliseum. Alright, first period. Oh man, Alimata. So we've given up, what, 3 straight goals? 4 straight goals? This isn't good. Right, second period. Okay, so we got one back. Christian Ehrhoff made it 2-0, but then Tavares in the power play. So our captain's stepping up for us. We need everyone else to step up. Maybe a depth goal? A defensive goal? Come on, somebody. Power play, oh, we missed it. Yes, there we go, Zach Smith. That's what I was looking for, that depth goal. Alright, come on, boys. We need one more. Come on. We're out shooting them like crazy. Look at the shots, 39-19. Oh, come on. We were just piling on the shots. Overtime. Come on, somebody. Long power. Yes! Oh, it was a long power play, and Tyler Toffoli, he's been an MVP for us in the playoffs so far. He gets his, what, 5th goal of the playoffs? A slap shot from the corner over there. Maybe a one-timer, I don't know. But look at the shots. 48 shots to 19. We almost had, what, 30 more shots than they did? 29 more shots? That's unbelievable. Alright, so on 48 shots, we were only able to solve Marc-Andre Fleury 3 times. John Gibson got beat twice on 19 shots. So yeah, Marc-Andre Fleury is definitely standing on his head in this series. But we were able to pull out that game, so we have the 2-1 series lead. I'm very confident going into this, definitely. Now knowing that we can score goals, that's huge. Yeah, look at Toffoli, 5 goals. Ekman Larson, 5 assists. Alright, game 4. At the Coliseum again. Let's take a 3-1 series lead. Let's get a stranglehold on this series. Alright, first period. Oh man, Patrick Hornfist, but that's nothing we haven't seen before. They've scored the first goal in the last few games now, but we still were able to win the last game. Alright, second period. There we go. Brock Nelson on the third line and John Tavares again on the first line. So 2-1 lead. We're out shooting them. Let's just keep this lead. Come on, boys. Come on, close it out. Yes! Alright, a 2-1 victory, and we take a 3-1 series lead. The shots were very close in that game, but they just couldn't solve John Gibson. The New York Islanders take a 3-1 series lead. Now we're headed back to the Consol Energy Center. Their backs are against the wall. You know, last series, I made the mistake of doubting the Columbus Blue Jackets' ability to come back and compete in that series. I'm not going to underestimate the Penguins. They have the weapons to win 3 straight games. You know, they've still kept us off the scoring sheet for the most part, so I'm not going to underestimate them. We still have to win a game. We still have one more game to win. So let's do it. Game 5. Can we win this one nice and quick? First period. Yes, there it is. Brock Nelson again on the third line. All right, let's just keep this going. Second period. All right, there we go. Nick Spaulding tied it up on their first line, but then Wayne Simmons on the power play made it 2-1. All right, the Penguins, they've been our rivals really the past few years. The first year they got the better of us, but in the last couple of years, you know, we've come in and they have not been able to stop us. Can we take the series in 5 games? Let's go. Can we do a ×6 simulation? Oh, power play. Oh, we couldn't get it. Oh, we're getting down to the halfway mark. Oh, they got a power play. We killed it off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes! And the New York Islanders are headed to the Eastern Conference Finals. We defeat the Pittsburgh Penguins in 5 games. I forget last year if we beat them in 5 or 6 games. I'm pretty sure it was 5. I'm pretty sure it was really quick. But if it is 5, then we did it for 2 years in a row. So that's very satisfying for the New York Islanders. Sidney Crosby and the Penguins, I mean, is it time to trade one of those 2 guys, Crosby or Malkin, for them? You know, year after year, unsuccessful playoff runs, continuously getting beat out by the New York Islanders. Up here, we'll check out the stats, the playoff tree, of course, who we are playing in the conference final. All right, let's keep going. All right, who is it? Who is it? The Toronto Maple Leafs. Isn't that the same team as last year? Look at that, the President's Trophy winners, 54-21-7. Yep, they are a very good team. A very good team in this. Yep, JVR, 10 goals, Kadri, 10 assists. Man, that first line of Kadri, Van Riemsdyk, and Kessel, if they still have Kessel, that's absolutely insane. Looks like they still have Phaneuf, Bernier. Alright, so let's check out the player stats for our team. Playoffs, there we go. Of course, Tyler Toffoli is probably going to be up there. But John Tavares and Brock Nelson really stepped up there at the end of the series. Right, there he is. Tyler Toffoli, 9 points in 12 games. So no point-per-game players, but we've gotten points from pretty much every line. Tavares, 7 points, 5 goals. Strome, 6 points. Nelson, 5. He had a couple big goals there at the end of that series. Cizikas, 5. Gaudreau, 5. Ekman Larson, 5. Simmons, and there's the rest. Barkov, only 2 points in 12 games. You know, Barkov, he was a guy who I was saying in the regular season, yeah, only 54 points in the regular season. I mean, we're still winning games. He's still allowing our other players to do well. You know, I'm not blaming him, but 0 power play goals during the regular season as well. I didn't even notice that. Not a single power play goal, only 50 points. And now in the playoffs, he only has 2 points in 12 games. Last year, he was almost a point per game. And same thing for the year before that. So yeah, Barkov, he's definitely struggling this year. But is he having kind of like a Rick Nash type of season? You know, is he just having an off year, or is he, is he just not getting it done? I don't know. But as long as we're winning games, we can't change anything. All right, so yes, everybody up here is a point, so that's good. So now let's go to goaltenders. John Gibson, look at this, 1.58 goals against average, 8-3-1 record, 94.41 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. Unbelievable. I mean, just look at it. I mean, you look at his regular season stats, and he's got a lot of wins, but I mean, his goals against average is always like above 2.4. His save percentage around 9.1. But then you look at his playoffs. I mean, look at this. 2.2, that was pretty good. 1.5 so far. I mean, last year 0.92, this year 0.94. I mean, this guy is just a beast. Definitely what we expected him to be when we picked him up in that trade with Anaheim. Alright, so now let's look at the playoff tree. We'll check out the final 4. Alright, so in the West, the Ducks beat the Blackhawks in 7. Good for the Ducks. And the Blues beat the Stars in 7. So the 2 teams that have been struggling every single year to make it to the final, the Blues and the Ducks, every single year it's either the Kings or the Blackhawks, one of those 2 teams eliminates them. Now they're both battling for the Stanley Cup final, so one of those 2 teams will compete. And same for the East, I'm pretty sure the same finalist as last year, Toronto and the Islanders. So Toronto beat Montreal in 7. What a series that must have been. And the Islanders beat Pittsburgh in 5. So those are your final 4, and in the next episode, we're going to compete for a Stanley Cup final spot against the Toronto Maple Leafs. So I will see you guys there.